This painting was done using only the hard round brush. In fact, I use only this brush for pretty much all of my digital paintings. Here's a bold theory. You can make great art without any special brushes. Even better than my paintings. I believe that the hard round brush is the only brush you really need. And it's also the only one you should use as a beginner. It doesn't really get simpler than this brush, so it removes a lot of complexity. What brushes do you use is the favorite question of beginner digital artists. But always thinking about brushes distracts you from the important stuff. A solid understanding of art fundamentals and enough practice in applying them. After all, this is what makes good art, not a special brush. A great artist can make great art with even the simplest tool, like just an HB pencil. And searching for the perfect brush can send you on a pointless goose chase, because there is no perfect brush. Except for the hard round brush, of course. So let me show you how I made these paintings with this brush. When using the hard round brush, the first important thing is to set the pen pressure to opacity. This way, the less you press on your pen, the more transparent your stroke will be. Painting this way allows you to blend colors to create smooth transitions between them. You could also paint just like this, but you have to be a really amazing artist to do that, which I am not. The way I approach my paintings is that I first paint the base colors, then add light and shadows, and finally blend the edges to create smooth gradients. So here is how I create these gradients. Once I've painted two colors beside each other, I pick one of them with the color picker. Then I lightly paint over the edge where the two colors meet. This creates a new color that sits right between the two. Now I pick this new color and paint over its edges as well. From then on, you can just continue this process. Pick one of the colors and paint over its edges. Here's a little hack to speed this process up. Choose one of the colors and increase the size of your brush so that it spreads over both edges of the color. This way you can kill two birds with one stone. You can continue this process indefinitely. But you will probably never achieve completely smooth transitions. But that's the point. If you paint this way, individual brush strokes will still shine through at the end. This gives your painting a more, well, painterly feel. And the cool thing is that you can actually decide for yourself how much you want to render. You can either blend colors until you have pretty soft gradients everywhere, or you could just paint a few strokes that indicate a transition between your colors, but still produce that painterly feel. A good approach to this is to focus your rendering efforts on the focal point of your painting, meaning the area where you want your viewers to look at most. Render this area more and keep the rest of your painting more loose. Now, if you've learned to paint this way, where do you go from there? In my opinion, it's a good idea to master the hard round brush first. But of course, you don't have to use only this brush for the rest of your artist's life. Most special brushes can certainly look great and add a specific look to your paintings that you wouldn't be able to achieve with just this basic brush. But I think mastering the hard round brush first makes it much easier to use more advanced brushes much more effectively later on. And it teaches you that you don't need those. Like I said before, a great pencil artist doesn't need pencils from 4H to 8B. He or she can make amazing drawings with just a 2B, for example. Learn the fundamentals with basic tools and start dealing with fancy tools and techniques later. This is a surefire way to better paintings. Thanks for watching.